Welcome. In the wake of Alexander the Great's death, the vast empire he had carved out across the known world was left without a ruler, and chaos loomed. But from among his closest companions and generals, one man would rise to ensure that Alexander's legacy did not fade into obscurity. His name was Ptolemy, a Macedonian general who would become the founder of a dynasty that would rule Egypt for nearly 300 years. This is the story of Ptolemy I Soter, the man who seized a throne and secured his place in history. Born around 367 BCE in Macedonia, Ptolemy was a nobleman and a childhood friend of Alexander the Great. He became one of Alexander's most trusted generals, fighting alongside him in his campaigns to conquer the Persian Empire. Ptolemy was not just a soldier, he was also a close confidant, sharing in the triumphs and trials of Alexander's relentless quest for glory. But in 323 BCE, Alexander died suddenly in Babylon, leaving behind a vast empire with no clear successor. The empire was plunged into turmoil, with Alexander's generals, the Diadochi, each vying for control of the territories they had helped conquer. Ptolemy saw an opportunity, not just for power, but to create something lasting from the chaos. Ptolemy acted quickly, securing control of Egypt, one of the most fertile and wealthiest regions of Alexander's empire. Recognizing its strategic importance, Ptolemy made Egypt his stronghold, transporting Alexander's body to Alexandria, a city founded by his late friend. This act was more than symbolic. It was a declaration that Ptolemy intended to be more than just a provincial ruler. He would continue Alexander's legacy in his own right. Ptolemy's claim to Egypt did not go uncontested. He faced threats from other Diadochi, most notably Perdiccas, who sought to reunite Alexander's empire. But Ptolemy, ever the strategist, defeated Perdiccas in battle and solidified his control. He knew that to survive, he would need to be both a shrewd politician and a capable general, outmaneuvering his rivals in both diplomacy and warfare. Once secure in Egypt, Ptolemy turned his attention to governance and culture. He declared himself pharaoh, embracing the traditions of the land he now ruled. He founded the Ptolemaic dynasty, blending Greek and Egyptian cultures in a way that would define his reign. Ptolemy's rule was marked by stability and prosperity, as he focused on building infrastructure, supporting the arts, and expanding trade. Ptolemy also made Alexandria a center of learning and culture, establishing the Library of Alexandria, which would become the greatest repository of knowledge in the ancient world. He invited scholars, poets, and scientists from across the Mediterranean to his court, fostering a golden age of intellectual achievement. As Ptolemy grew older, he focused on securing the future of his dynasty. He named his son, Ptolemy II Philadelphus, as his co-ruler, ensuring a smooth transition of power. Under Ptolemy I's guidance, Egypt remained a strong and independent kingdom, safe from the constant conflicts that plagued the rest of the former Macedonian Empire. Ptolemy I Soter, the savior, had not only secured his own legacy, but had also ensured that the civilization he fostered would thrive for generations. The dynasty he founded would rule Egypt for nearly 300 years, until the death of Cleopatra, the last of the Ptolemies. His reign marked the beginning of a new chapter in Egypt's long history, blending the best of Greek and Egyptian traditions into a unique and enduring culture. Ptolemy I's story is one of vision, resilience, and adaptability. From the battlefields of Alexander's campaigns to the throne of Egypt, Ptolemy demonstrated that true leadership is not just about conquering lands, but about building a lasting legacy. Through his actions, he ensured that the name Ptolemy would be remembered not just as a general, but as a ruler who brought stability and prosperity to a land steeped in history. But perhaps the most remarkable fact about Ptolemy I is that he was not just a warrior or a king, he was also a scholar. In his later years, Ptolemy wrote a history of Alexander's campaigns, a work that has influenced our understanding of that era for centuries. Though the original text is lost, its echoes remain in the works of later historians. Ptolemy I, the scholar king, ensured that the story of his friend, and indeed his own, would be told for generations to come. Ptolemy I Soter, the general, the king, the scholar. His name would be etched into the annals of history, not only as a conqueror, but as a builder of a new world, where Greek and Egyptian cultures would merge to create something entirely unique. In his hands, Egypt became more than just a land. It became the cradle of a dynasty and a beacon of civilization that would illuminate the ancient world for centuries.